which was some 7 years ago. He's ranked in the top 10 by the WBC, WBA and IBF. Masternak as well, WBC #2 ranked fighter and ranked in the top 10 by all 4 major sanctioning organisations. On paper, this has got the makings of a very good fight.
Well, it's a cracking fight, isn't it? Really ambitious for both fighters, and we're expecting some fireworks tonight. Both can pack a punch.
Drozd in the gold shorts has the height and the reach advantage. 25 stoppage wins in his 36 victories. Masternak, 22 wins out of 30 have come by stoppage. Masternak, who gets some really good sparring, regularly spars the likes of Marcel Hook and Juan Pablo Hernandez, WBO and IBF champions. Marco Hook, who never seems to be in a dull fight, does he?
No, not at all. Nice little right hand there from Masternak. The Drozd looking very good, isn't he? Nice and loose.
Masternak says that he wants a fight against the winner of the WBC title fight between Krzysztof Wlodarczyk and Giacobbe Fragamini, which is taking place on December the 6th, and Wlodarczyk is the man he really wants. That would be a real Polish humdinger if that fight were to come off.
Yeah, it would, but Fragamini is a really good fight, isn't he? Underestimated, I think, at times. He was hard man to beat.
Tough guy, been around forever, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Drozd hasn't been in the ring since December. Masternak had a victory under his belt against Sean Corbin in Denmark back in April.
I really like the movement of Drozd, the way, the way just on the balls to his feet all the time, feinting, looking. But Masternak landing for me, the better shot so far in this round.
He was given the champion's introduction, Drozd, even though he is the challenger here. Got the anthem second and got the introduction second, as though he were the champion. I wonder if Alexander Povetkin might get the same. I'm sure the Klitschko's would stand for that.
No, I don't think so. Well, listen, for $17.5 million, not much you wouldn't stand for. Hey.
Tight opening round.
Yeah, it is. I really like Drozd's style. I think he's lovely, fluent, really good mover. But I still think that the better shots have come from Masternak. And in a very, very close round, I just edged Masternak there. I think there's going to be a few rounds like that tonight with these two.
Still more than an hour away from the main event, if you're just joining us. Main event of the night. Vladimir Klitschko against Alexander Povetkin comes up after this European cruiserweight title fight. Mateusz Masternak in the blue shorts against Grigorji Drozd of Russia in the gold.
Yeah, and Drozd just coming out there with a nice little combination. Right hand to the jaw, left hook to the body. I think he needs a bit of punches to get in threes. Masternak likes the time you coming in with that right hand.
And you see, as soon as Drozd gets into the face of Masternak, the response immediate from the crowd. They want their man to have that champion's belt.
And again, nice little combination there from Drozd. Masternak just needs to get on the jab a little bit more. Nice right hand though from him. A little bit on the jab, just double up that jab. Like he did in the first round before he landed that cracking right hand. Hey!
Italian referee giving His instructions in English. Watch your heads. It's good from Drozd.
It's great work. Well, so much quality, isn't there, on there? Just to make your Masternak miss. And that's what he needs to do, isn't he? Just plenty of movement for Masternak. Just never be a stationary target. Just keep turning Masternak all the time.
Interesting that Piotr Wilczewski came into the ring with Mateusz Masternak, who gave James de Gale a hard night not so long back.
Oh, didn't he just? Really did.
Tough guy.
Yeah, tough guy, yeah.
He'll have been working with Masternak, no doubt, in the run-up to this. Comes from the same promotional background. This is good from Drozd, and Masternak under real pressure here in this second round. Trying to fire back, and he's badly cut. Left eye's gone. Now, whether that's a punch or a clash of heads that's caused that, I'm not sure. Think it may have been a punch, and Drozd now knows that he's got his man in real trouble.
And he put his punches together superbly, doesn't he? Accurate, the timing, the weight beyond the shots. But always staying relaxed, isn't he, Drozd? That's the thing, not wasting any energy by tensing up. Brilliant.
Whatever, the fight is being allowed to continue.
No, it says there's going to be a real sense of urgency now on Masternak's work. You have to be worried about that eye.
And Drozd is going looking for it straight away. The left eye, they've tried their best to patch it up, but there's a trickle of blood now coming from that deep cut above the left eye. The doctors will have had a look at it. The corner will be happy their man can continue. And the referee also allowing things to go on, but you can see that is not going to look too good the further this fight goes. We're only in the third round. Oh. Mateusz Masternak, who said that he grew up with his hero as Andrew Galotta. Interesting role model.
So we can pick up any Galotta's tactics.
Masternak will be Drozd will be hopeful that he's got his strongest protective cup on, I guess.
Masternak timing that right hand well, but Drozd took it very well. We don't want to take too many more of those in there.
Masternak's going to have to put on a boxing masterclass now to keep Drozd at bay. And at the same time, protect that damaged eye, and shots like that chopping right hand won't help.
To be fair to Masternak, he's gone about his work, hasn't he? He's forgot about the cut. He's just still trying to stick to his game plan.
If he's somehow able to win with that sort of an injury, it would be some performance.
Oh, you would, you know, it seems like ominous signs, doesn't it, when you see the big, how long the cut is and how deep it is. And again, another very close round so far.
Good round, good fight. I wish we'd had the slow motion replay that might have told you where that cut came exactly, whether it was a punch or a clash of heads. Unfortunately, such technicalities are beyond our control. We're at the mercy of our Russian directors tonight, which is coming from the Polish corner, and the sense of urgency about the cornermen. Andrzej Dimitruk giving his instructions to Mateusz Masternak, and they know that time is against them. Remember Masternak in the blue shorts, the Pole, he's the defending champion.
Good right hand from Masternak, but had to take a nice little left hook back from Drozd.
Won the title last December, Masternak. Against a Finnish opponent. Got taken the distance last year by the Welshman, Harry Miles. I think we did that fight, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, yeah. Harry boxed really well, didn't he?
Drozd trying to work away and zero in on that target, the damaged eye. Every time the right hand lands to the head, while the damage can only get worse.
But to Masternak's credit, it hasn't affected his concentration at all. It hasn't affected how he's going about his work.
Great professionalism.
Yeah, well, really, you know, it's almost like a Mexican mentality, isn't it? Where you just shrug it off.
That's another terrific right hand from Drozd. Masternak turning away, trying to protect himself. A bit of marking around the left eye of Grigorji Drozd now as well.
He's had to take a few decent good crunching right hands off Masternak, to be fair. And again, another very, very close round, isn't it? It's what you prefer in the work, what it boils down to.
As a move now into round 5. And you've got the challenger, Barry, Grigorji Drozd in the gold shorts, the 34-year-old Russian. You've got him ahead, just.
Yeah, and I had him in the last 3 rounds, and I think the last 2 rounds could have literally gone either way, couldn't they?
Able to follow the career of Mateusz Masternak on Box Nation, seen him beat undefeated fighters in Levan Jormadashvili, the Georgian, and then the hard-hitting Spaniard David Quinonero. And here he is now as the European champion, looking for a world title shot, but you could say now with the odds stacked against him. Crowd starting to warm up as the big arena starts to fill towards its capacity.
And both of them just trying to tease each other, and just trying to tease the openings. Just wanting either fighter to commit. Both good counter punches.
Josh has got a very pleasing style, hasn't he? Good footwork.
Yeah,
moves well, good balance.
Yeah, he moves really well, doesn't he? Like flashy, almost.
Just 2 nice jabs from Masternak there.
And a nice left hook as well. Just catching Drozd coming in.
Technically a good quality fight.
Yeah, they are both technicians, aren't they? Both very, very good. Drozd, Masternak sits on the back foot very well, doesn't he? Just Oh, took a good right hand to hit though off Drozd. But for the most part, he sits on that back foot very well. Makes you drop short with your shots, and he gets that right hand into play very, very good.
Drozd comes from a Mount Thai background. That's good from the Russian. Lovely. Forcing Masternak to give ground. Power and accuracy.
I prefer Drozd's style, to be honest, but I'd give that round for the Masternak.
So 6th round, and you've got it 3 rounds to 2 so far for the Russian challenger Grigorji Drozd.
Just Drozd got a lovely little rhythm about his work, hasn't he? He's more athletic, and if you can keep that rhythm up, you think in the later rounds it'll pay dividends when Masternak gets a little bit more tired. The Masternak tends to load up more than Drozd does, so he's probably wasting more energy when he does throw the shots.
Drozd looked as though he was feeling his own pace at the end of that 5th. He sat down on his stool very heavily between rounds. He's fighting at a fast pace, up on his toes. He can keep that going for 12 rounds. It's a punishing schedule he's setting himself. 2 landing simultaneously with quality left-hand leads.
But you should be tired after every round. Fitness is about recovery, isn't it? So long as you recover in that minute, you should be working hard. You should be tired after every round. That's what I was told to do. That's what I was told out the box. Punch for punch stuff again.
Drozd trying to bully Masternak back. It's a nice right hand from Masternak.
Again, both technically very good, aren't they? But because Drozd is more athletic, more variety in his work, just jumping in with a left hook from distance.
Oh, nice right hand from Masternak, and there's not too many Polish supporters either in this Moscow arena, so Masternak lands the big shot, and there's a sort of a wall of indifference.
And even we're talking over it.
Fair play to the corner, they've done a good job with that cut.
Well, it hasn't been a factor, is it? While the rounds are going on, it hasn't affected the way Masternak's gone about his work. Really is brilliant stuff from him.
Nice right hand from Masternak. Roar of approval from the Polish corner. He's finishing this round well.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? After Drozd had a nice good exchange early on in the round, but Masternak's turned it round again.
Another close round, Barry. First part of the round belonging to Drozd, maybe, and Masternak looking the more likely the further it unfolded.
Yeah, I wish I was Russian.
Second half of the fight, and on the well, the guide, if you like, of the Barry Jones scorecard, dead level. Oh, that's a nice right hand from Drozd, catching Masternak off balance. Not sure he was hurt by that shot. It caught him off balance, and it looked as though he might have been as he staggered back across the ring, but I think it was more the impact and the direction he was travelling at the time rather than any real sort of concussive power. And the referee saying, just let's keep the punches legitimate and not use the inside of the glove to push your man off.
I think that right hook from Drozd just caught Masternak on the back of the ear. I just think it's just messed with his balance a little bit.
You think it did? You think,
yeah,
you think it got him?
I don't think it was a heavy shot. I just think it made him a little bit...
Oh, that did. And the legs did a funny little dance there. Masternak looking a little bit uneasy. And Drozd is going looking for him now. More than half the round remaining. Masternak's in anxious territory here, difficult territory.
And this is where Drozd doesn't want to tense up now, doesn't want to load up, stay nice and relaxed. Keep that rhythm going, he'll land on Masternak.
Smears of blood across the face of the challenger Drozd, all from the injury of Masternak. Pole has to take another solid right hand.
There's blood all over his face now, look, that's a terrible mess.
Well, it can't be helping his vision, can it?
Not at all. Big round this, isn't it, for Drozd? It really is.
Masternak's done pretty well to stay on his feet twice. He looked as though he was on the cusp of being knocked down.
Just that first right hook, wasn't it? Just caught him on the back of the ear, it seemed, just to disorientate him a little bit, and he hasn't really quite recovered since.
Two more right hands. Masternak's in trouble again. And holding on a little bit desperately, trying to tie Drozd up. Now, can the Russian find one more big shot in the seconds remaining? Masternak sees it through to the bell, but a big round for Drozd.
Really?
Looking very much now as though this European cruiserweight title is going to change hands. Grigorji Drozd, the Russian, looks as though he is starting to seize the advantage. How well has Masternak recovered from that big round against in the 7th?
Just what I said, but Masternak has that big right hand. He's landed with it twice, but Drozd just seems to walk through it, doesn't he? It doesn't seem to affect him.
A lot of European strength in this cruiserweight division. We've already talked about Vladicic, who's going to be fighting Fragameni. Juan Pablo Hernandez, a Cuban based in Germany. Marco Hook, of course, WBO champion. Hernandez, the IBF champion. And then the somewhat enigmatic Guillermo Jones.
Again, a good right hand there again from Drozd. And it's different when he lets his punches go in threes. He has so much success. Where Masternak's happy with the single shots and the 1-2s, you know, he's got good time and sits on the back foot. Makes you fall short with your shot, so he's happy when it's just single shots.
Looks as though he's recovered pretty well from those punches he had to absorb in the 7th.
Oh, his fitness, and he's strong as well, isn't he, to be fair.
Gambling on landing the big right hand and then punished as he just stumbled past off balance, and Drozd landing 3 or 4 to punish him as he spun him around.
Yeah, just brought his right foot forward with the punch, didn't he, Masternak, then and got caught square on. Lucky to get away with that.
It's a really good, interesting European title fight, this. Scene setter for the big one, coming up before too long. Klitschko against Povetkin.
And again, Masternak landed with the right hand.
Good shot. Masternak's come back well in this round, Barry.
Yeah, he really has. Good body shot there from Drozd.
Suddenly getting real success with that right hand, Masternak. Not that time. Really appealing sort of contest. Round 9. Masternak, who was cut at a very early stage of this contest back in the second round. And he's had to fight with that handicap throughout. And he's still in there bravely trying to hang on to his European title. Might be that he needs a big round now, though. Just sense that the momentum might be going with Drozd.
Masternak needs to do what Drozd did then, just double up with that jab. Just needs to double up with the jab so he can get that right hand into play, just to push Drozd on the back foot. Good work there for Masternak. But these little fidgety movements from Drozd just make him appear the busier fighter.
Crowd trying to really get behind Drozd. That's a nice right hand from Masternak. Drozd takes it well.
That's the clearest scoring punch of the round so far, isn't it? So that's a good sign for Masternak. Like I said, Drozd with these little movements makes him appear to be the busiest sometimes when he can actually do a lot of work.
Binding on Masternak's left glove coming loose. And that gives Drozd a few seconds, just when the round seemed to be going well for Masternak. Jared Chisora, I'm told, has been tweeting pictures in the run-up to this of himself and Alexander Povetkin. And we're told that Chisora is going to be dispatched by the Povetkin camp to go and look at the gloves and the wrapping being done on the hands of Vladimir Klitschko. You wouldn't mind seeing that, would you?
A little bit of a wind-up, isn't it, that for sure.
I don't think Bernd Bonter was too happy about it.
Good right hand there from Drozd.
By a point.
Again, if Masternak just doubles up the jab, you can just take a little step forward with the second jab. It makes him closer to land that right hand. At times he's reaching for it, and then gives Drozd the chance to just skip out of the way and jump back in with those hooks and right hands over the top of his own. So.
Too much clear punches being landed so far in this round.
That's where Masternak doesn't want to be. He surrendered himself to the ropes there, didn't he? Oh, that's a real bad mistake.
Hand of Drozd just went a little bit low. Masternak looking for that one big right hand. And he's just getting outworked in this 10th.
Yeah, it's just the combinations, isn't it, that he's putting his punches together. Drozd, that just makes the difference sometimes in these closer rounds.
Masternak had his moments in the last round, enough for you to have given him the round, but he's not landed much clean this time.
No, he struggled with the distance with the right hand, hasn't he? I just think, like I said, the double jab will work for him if and then he gets closer with the second jab for the right hand. And Drozd really judging the distance very well.
Oh, rushing out.
11th round.
Good fight though, I've really enjoyed this.
Nice jab from Drozd. And still up on his toes, trying to stay mobile. That's a nice right hand. Big attack from Drozd.
Wobbled with the left hook, John.
And Masternak is looking, and he's been stopped. Masternak has been stopped in the 11th round, and Drozd, to the huge acclaim of the Russian crowd, claims the European title. Well, the Polish corner don't like it. They don't think he should have been stopped, but really Masternak did extraordinarily well to keep the fight going as long as he did and as competitively as he did for so long. He was cut way back in that second round, and he has taken a lot of shots tonight, and Grigorji Drozd in that 11th round started putting his punches together, and the referee, well, he decided enough is enough.
Yeah, and even though the Czech corner maybe complaining, Masternak never. He, his knees dipped there, and then he wobbled over to the corner, didn't know where he was, and you've got to fight back, haven't you, when you're under pressure like this? He looked to turn away, just not giving the referee any choice really. If he would have thrown a punch back, he might have let it go a little bit longer, but...
Well, you see a few brave cornermen, don't you? And I certainly don't think that Mateusz Masternak, in any sense of the word, was found wanting tonight.
No.
He fought really bravely to try and hang on to his title. But Drozd, well, as you say, the big rounds went in his direction, and he was surely on his way to winning on points anyway.
But Masternak will be out. Oh, it was a good performance. I really like Drozd. He's got a beautiful style. I think he might be a little bit too small for maybe the elite cruiserweights. You worry about that maybe, but he's got some beautiful skills and puts his punches together really well. But a return with Masternak would be another good fight, and you'd think Masternak, they'd won that fight, wouldn't they? You guess they would think without the cuts, they would have been, their game plan would have been implemented even better, and they would have been, some of those rounds that were close, they might have got them their way, and they could have been ahead even. But good fight all in all, really good fight, technically very good, and brave by both guys.
European title changes hands, but also as well, I think this can be seen as a title eliminator, and Drozd has put himself right in the mix, and you can see that awful injury of Masternak. He's going to be out of the ring for a while. That's going to need some expert treatment. Plastic surgery is going to be necessary. And Drozd, I'm sure, will be looking at Vlodacik, at Jones, at Hernandez, maybe even at Hook, and saying, world title fight, it's my turn.
Well, listen, he deserves the shot. It was a good win. Defend this belt a couple of times, and then he'll be on the top of the rankings, won't he, for sure. Good fight. They've got a really pleasing style, haven't they? And they both, technically very good and a lot of action, and it was a good fight. They really enjoyed that.
They've earned their money tonight, haven't they? And a big reception from the Russian crowd. Nikolai Valuev among those at ringside. We've already seen Lennox Lewis sitting there immaculately attired, watching the action from 2 or 3 rows back. And the huge, unmistakable figure of the Russian former champion Nikolai Valoev now taking his seat as well, because the main event is coming closer.
Красавец, Гришка.
Как это красиво! Парень серьезно.
Good performance